Hi guys, this is a live recorded game. We are playing on Rocky River. And our opponent is playing Zhuxi. Kind of a funky matchup. You can definitely go super greedy with his landmark. So sometimes going Dark Age Horse can be nice against Zhuxi for that. Excuse me, got a little bit of a runny nose here. Let me just fully take his side here. We got plenty of sheep. Yeah, plenty of sheep, so plenty of time to come back to our side, so might as well take advantage. Get this backside of his. He might be hitting our back line as well. We ran into him right there. Ran into him over there. So we'll just go north as far as we can here. Let's do as much as we can. Now he might have gone back already. He's going around the back. Okay, picking up these couple of sheep is always nice. Now we got in front of our opponent here. Again. Rally to gold here. Keep taking in here. We haven't seen him over here, so there's a possibility he's coming through on this side. A little bit of lost time. On the scouting pattern, but it's no biggie. We got plenty of sheep. Finishing any time. Probably come up over here. Okay. Ooh, we didn't get an upgrade yet, which isn't great. Let's get a pickaxe, I guess. Or I wanted to get the pickaxe, but I got the double broad axe. Since we are getting broad axe, we'll rotate one more villager there. One more villager into here. And one villager is gonna build a stable. Might be able to snipe this villager real quick. We'll just kind of passively go up to castle here. Should be real close right now.
Тушаал болгох цаг болбой. Суман мөндөр орно уу? Ийм түүнийг бодолгүй бариад дуусгасан. Би мандаа бодох цаг ирлээ. Хоёрт баа би мандайдан явсан. Ирчүүд миний угаас явахгүй бодолдох цаг ирчихсэн. Бидний хадаж хоёроо. Үүнтэй үүнтэй.
I didn't get my upgrade on that. That was a big mistake. Натура ажил өгн бүгд сонс. Юу хийг бүгд сонс. Шат бүдэхэд бид би маа. Ирчүүдээ хөдөл. Юу шиг миний угаас атарваач шалыг бүдээ. Юу хийж тэнцлэхгүй. Би түүнийг бодлого бариад дуусгасан. Ажиллах цаг боллоо. Ирчүүдээ өтөр гүйтгэх. Тушаал болгох цаг болбой. Одоо үнийг барьсан. Ирчүүдээ бид марта астан моргаст бэлэн. Ажид хууя бэлэн. Ирчүүдээ бид хоёрт баатар бүгд бэлэн. Холбох цаг ирлээ. Тушаал бүдэхэд бэлэн танд үчин гэсэн. Хичээсүү. Хоёрт баатар бүгд бэлэн. Марта астан моргаст бэлэн танд жаадралсуу. Okay, the raids have been doing their jobs. Oh, classic. We'll poke. We'll poke the bear. We know better, but we'll do it anyways.
Good luck. Have fun.
Which one was it? Ooh,
Let's go for a wonder victory.
that's not the one. Yeah, I'm not sure what part he's really salty about, but besides just like losing, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. He's really salty, but he basically just. It's not like he played, I guess, terrible. He just got the short end of the stick, I guess. This is wild. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong. Zero skill dog. That's what I am. Ow. Actually, you want to go white stupor here. Bro. He lost the fight. I don't know what to tell him. He lost the fight. It's not like I'm like making this shit up. Yeah, fucking nothing. Bro, my eco was fine. How was yours? I did lose a lot of those on deer. I lost some, not all. Zero army value, idiot. Bro, my army has... Anywho, as fun as it is engaging with this guy, it is a total waste of fucking brain cells. Let's grab a bunch of these villagers and let's drop a bunch of stables. Since we only got 6 minutes left with our lovely buddy here. This is gonna be hilarious. We're gonna have like one villager. Bro, you can win this. I know it. We'll give him the ultimate in trolling. Okay. We got our raid bounty. Actually, before I get my raid bounty, I should probably get just my regular techs, and yeah, I want to get my improved stone tech. And this, kids, is why you don't get salty. It's not worth it. What's wrong with it? Why do I need towers? Go ahead. Did rally him. You can't make this shit up. Restarted. A classic. A true classic. Game was your tremors. Right. Why didn't you just tap out? You lost. Yeah, but you lost. I don't know what to tell this guy, like... You must. It's okay, bud. Okay, pal. Holy shit, we're at 3,000 all of a sudden. Bro, why did you leave? It got a little intense there for a little bit, but we were kind of weather, and then we just transitioned, I think pretty appropriately. Yeah, you really should. Fucking psycho. Guys, like, okay, let's go see where this guy's from. Let's go see where this guy's from. Hungary, 1500 elo. Oh my god, he just lost against... Alright, well, yeah. He's not a very good player. He's an okay player. He's kind of like me. He's like 1500. But he's a zhuxi one trick. Which is, okay. But I think that's kind of bad, right? Kind of embarrassing. Like, you don't want to be, I don't know, one of the strongest civs in the game and be stuck on that. I guess I'm not 1500 elo. I guess I'm 1650 elo. So, anywho, yeah, a little bit of drama. So, if we look at progression, the game is 15. Total unit count, not much to be gleaned besides that the game was over a while ago. Villager count. So we might even do a full down breakdown, but you can see resources gathered, right? That's a big thing. And then military count, right? So maybe we're maybe it's a little petty, I don't know. But we'll go and really look into the beginning moments of when our boy Cero here kind of threw away the win, or could have done better and lost, right? Yeah, because I mean, there's definitely some things I could say about, you know, this or that or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's about how he commits his into a fight, right? And yeah, he's he couldn't take the constant little harass, the constant little fighting, the little poking here and there. And he got some sneaky raids on us too. He took out some of our Berryvilles at once. He took out some of our Deervilles. So it's not like he hadn't done some real good damage. But behind that really good damage, you have to have a good play set up. So, and actually, hold up. I believe we're gonna try something real quick. Look for observer UI. I think we have this new thing from Cow. I don't think I have it. Where the heck did I see that thing? I'm gonna look for it right now, see what I can find. Jesus, there's a lot of shit on Reddit. Can I search for cow? Search cow. Esports overlay. Okay. Oh, it's just concept art at the moment. Okay. Never mind. I take it all back. I take it all back. We're just going the old school way. Breaking it down. Explaining to our boy Saro here that it's not okay. It's not good to tilt. I guess it's okay to tilt, but not if you're trying to win, right? If you're trying to get something, you know, progressed. Tilting is definitely the number one way to lose a game. So, opponent going good. A little bit funky in terms of his micro. And how long it took for him to get out of there is pretty long. Like, I'm reaching river before him, so that's already a kind of an indication of our opponent's skill level. This is why I was kind of, I was like, where is this guy? And I ran into him, right? So, and then I got confused by his route. I don't know what this route is. Okay, so that's river, and then cutting across. He's getting a good line right there, actually. Okay, anyways, this is all just precursor, right? None of this is really gonna be that much of a difference, besides that we got like 4 sheep extra. He's got 5 and we got 4 sheep just with our gur, basically. It's 3 or 4 sheep we got with our gur. And we've got 7 over here. I'm curious what he does over here. What is he doing? Okay, hold up. He's just trying to get better vision on me, but like this is not, I think, a really optimal route with these 6 sheep here. So that's kind of a really funky deal. I guess he's gonna get cut off no matter what. So maybe that's what he was avoiding, is my cutoff. But again, we were running parallel down here, right? We kind of knew where he was at. Over here, he's gonna get a couple more sheep, but we're gonna get whatever's on the river, and then whatever's down here too. So we'll speed this up anywho. Meditation gardens. Nothing out of the norm. Double stone. And he's gonna go back. Gonna miss that sheep, unfortunately. No, he gets it, okay. But 1 sheep for, you know, this is what I got here, 16 sheep. And there's nothing over here. So we didn't even miss out on anything here. So we just have to be careful, right? But we got 16 sheep plus our 3-4 starting sheep, and he's got 10. So we got a huge sheep advantage right now. And he can see this, and he doesn't even really necessarily know about the other 3-4 here. So our opponent is gonna be stone heavy, which isn't, I mean, if you're gonna go 2TC, it's gonna be great. But it's definitely it's not easy under Mongol pressure to be going 2TC. Even on this big map that's relatively long. So he's getting this trickle of stone. So I do like his macro split being heavy on wood right now. Though, I don't know, him going stable this early, I feel it's kind of weird. Unless he's going pro scout. And like if he was going pro scout, like off rip anyways, right? Wouldn't this have been a better meditation garden? I don't know. Food for thought. This might just be a passive second TC. Like this is just like something that's gonna pay off here in 7 minutes. You know, he's gonna be able to drop basically a free second TC. In terms of stone cost at least. It's kinda cool. So he's playing smart, playing defensive. Gets towered up before we can get there. Again, some of that no skill micro that he was telling us that we had. And so here, we were kind of in the weird spot of like, how do we attack this guy? This is where we're always usually in. And we thought he was all here with his units and stuff, so we definitely picked right in understanding that part. But he's going additional... See, I don't get this. He's opening scouts. Oh, he's already got pro scouts. So, oh, I'm misreading this way. Yeah, a lot. So he's already got pro scouts. So he's chilling. Army value, by the way, you can see we got a big lead here, where he said we had no army value and stuff. You can see first 6.5 minutes in the game, we're still with superior army value, right? The guy who went greedy was the pro scout. So, kind of funny, is what it is. Okay, we're reducing the rate of income here. Some sort of eco damage, so we were kind of happy with that at least. Now, going to the stable I think was key. Going to this market is really nice. It wasn't perhaps like end all be all, but it was pretty good. Once again, exposing our villager here was kind of bad. And force you new in queue. Jesus Christ. But I will say he hasn't picked up his gold from his mill. And he's supervising the range. Okay. Now you can see army value. It's pushing us back. And he's getting a much better destroyed value than we are. Bad fight. I shouldn't have committed as long as I did into this. Also, 4.5 tower range. And 3.5 tower range, so... I don't know what I was doing trying to trap a forward production like that. So you can see destroyed value, huge difference. So we're now like 1,000 resources behind technically because of this destroyed difference. But there's one thing that's important to note, that he's super heavy on Zuganu. And we're on one stable and we're dropping a second stable already. And we're quick building it too. Because we do kind of realize we're in a we're in a spot here where you could potentially push out and punish us, and we were on the boar, right? And here's another thing where he doesn't realize. He said we had shit eco, but he doesn't realize we're on the boar right now, right? So we're making a lot of an income out of these guys in comparison to a normal foodville, which is a pretty big deal. Yeah, you can see food per minute, gold per minute. We're doing pretty good here. We are lacking some of our eco techs, but not too bad. And we're definitely doing better than our opponent is, I believe. He has no eco techs. No eco techs. He didn't even get survival techniques. So, apparently I'm the shit player, but he didn't get survival techniques with a pro scout play. So, little details. As to why, yeah, like why did it feel like this pro scouts that he was doing wasn't so impactful, and like why I was able to push it back, like it should have been more pressure? Well, sure, yeah, some of it is that you're getting screwed by 15% of your eco right here, right? Out of your food eco, right? Instead of 450 a minute or 500 a minute, it should be 550, you know. So that's little details, but they add up. We do quick build this outpost up. Trying to take this fight here, force him to stay here as much as possible. We know we're going to lose some villagers here. I'm okay with losing villagers if he trades out this whole army. Again, you can see he's got a bit of an army value, a decent army value, but we got more army value. But the thing is, he has a much better destroyed value. Like, so Zuganus trade very well in feudal. I do have a greater answer, and that is Keshiks. But in general, the big thing is Zuganus is just a very strong unit that, if you don't clear up a big mass of these pretty early on, it can be an issue. So, destroyed value, we just jumped up a bunch in destroyed value. That's a very favorable trade for us. And again, another little free pickoff here. So, at this point, right, one would say, you know, fair play to the opponent. Opponent's playing good. Look. Okay, so he's on to officials. Tons of gold. So this is why China is actually one of a very hard civ. Like, as you can see, like, he's got tax gold and both of these things. He's supervising a building instead of playing, and you know, all of this is happening because he's getting pressured at the same time, right? And that's just kind of part of the deal. And at the same time, his meditation garden is about to drop a second TC, right? So I could see, you know, not the full committal by him. Could come out decently as a posturing play. But we're starting to trade now, right? And we're not just, oh, whoops. We're double market trading. So yeah, I don't know what I just did, but I just did something. Am I on his camera? I am on his camera. I don't know what I did, but I locked on his camera. We can kind of see what he's doing in terms of his gameplay. Oh, I had scouts over here on the deer. He's under a lot of pressure and he's trying to go 2TC. And castle. So this is, again, getting caught with your hand in the cookie jar, right? Versus my vision. I can see he's got the spearmen. Not many archers, so I can kind of harass and do what I want here. We're going to just focus on burning down the med garden. Be able to heal this Keshik. You know, it's nice being able to heal this other Keshik. Always a good time. And we see he hits castle. And yeah, we just kind of set in game, like we were mentioning. We're just going to go up nice and slow, right? We got double market. We got the spread to go to castle right now. And we're pretty much there, so we're not really worried about it. And we got our production buildings up and going. And we have a whole another army here too. So it's funny he mentions army value and whatnot, but like he did a super greedy play. He went 2 TC castle in one jump, right? And also his spread here is wild because he's gonna try to pump. Okay. Alright, 9 seconds for Lancer is pretty fucking wild, I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna start cranking, but he's only got 1,000 gold left here. Okay, we're going to cast ourselves. And we know we can just kind of harass this army here because there's nothing ranged here. And I probably should have done a better job harassing here. So he's probably right that we're kind of trash by not poking and prodding here constantly here. Because we could have been poking this fight pretty much non-stop this whole time. And he's sending some knights across. Getting his nice little counter rate. And this is where he's going to get a nice kill on us, right? We got 8. And he's killed 5 villagers, right? So this is like, I guess, the impression some people get in their heads about game state, which is not exactly right, is that you only look at the damage you do. Like, it's important that you have in mind the damage you do. Like in my brain right now, I've denied some of his pro scouting and basically kept him in his base, and that has allowed me to take advantage of boar and, you know, outside deer and things like that, right? So it's just basically giving me map control. Not having to spend wood to get food is in and of itself a little bit of an eco bonus, right? And so he thinks, yeah, I've killed 5 villagers, so I'm pretty good right now. I'm pretty far ahead because I've been on 2 TC now for like a minute. But we're on 10 traders. So these 5 villages I've been offset by these traders. And then your TC, your double TC, it's only been going for a minute or so. So now you're going to compete my TC and my markets versus your double TC. I'm always going to scale more than you are. Just it is what it is. We react fairly quick to this raid. I didn't sit there and lose everything super fast, I guess. I don't know what he did here. A little bit of miss micro on his part. So, kind of funny. Yeah, you can just tell he just got super tilted by the pressure. And going castle like we did was great, right? We're not in castle right. Our Kurultai is up line. And we're just getting these upgrades in as soon as we can. And I think the one big upgrade that we forgot to get was our Keshik. Our Keshik tech here. Just a nice little surround on these guys. Much, way more effective trade. That was a charge that I should have committed to. That was a little bit of a misclick on my part. Kurultai going down, but we're just getting veteran Mangadai. Balanced projectiles are going to come through, which is going to be nice. But we have no arrow to really give. For the most part, his spearmen are staying away from our cav, and that's why, in part, why we're okay with this. But this is, yeah, a little bit too much there, and so we're just going to back out. And now we just kind of have to kite. So, at this point, right, our opponent is in a okay spot. He's got pressure going, but we do still have trade going, and behind this, like, he's got army rallying here. And if this army was rallying here, or if this army was rallying wherever, it would have been a little bit different, right? He's got a little bit of idle army, not doing much. And he's going to dive here, and he's going to kill some villagers. But this early, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. He's at 14 kills, right? Again, market's still going, so it's offset a lot of the damage he's gotten from this. And don't forget, I'm offsetting a lot of this damage, eco damage, with healing under my Kurultai. Maybe not this part, right? But in mass, I've gotten quite a bit of value out of that. And he's sending more. He's getting his Jing non-tower. He's spreading out. And he's got a decent military or eco lead now. So at this point, yeah, I could definitely concede to him that his eco was kicking our butts here, right? he had a couple of successful raids, caught us doing a couple of dumb things. And forcing some plays. But if we look at destroyed value, even though he's got a lead in destroyed value, it's not like insurmountable or nothing. And it's you know, it's only a thousand point difference right now at this point. Also, another thing, he's been castle a lot longer than us, and he is not picking any relics, versus we are on our way to get relics already, right? So we're able to hold here, and then yeah, again, this is a lot of value that sometimes doesn't get considered that when you heal these troops, right? Like Akashic is 200 resources. That's 100 of resources right there. This is another 100. It's another 100. So, you know, there's 300 resources right there in terms of just raw units, which can't be underestimated either. So, yeah, now he's got a much better eco than us. But we've also transitioned our wood to a little bit of a stronger setup, right? We're on 17 on wood now. And we know, like, we can start really cranking out traders here. So I'll be surprised if we don't drop a second thing here soon. And then we didn't know that our opponent had a second TC yet, right? We didn't even think about it. It should have been something that should have been just a natural thing in my brain. Yeah, around 12 minutes, 15 minutes, he's probably going to drop a second TC for free. Well, I didn't think about it, and we're just kind of raiding and pushing. And he stopped making units for whatever reason. His eco was in the middle of a granary transition. Yeah, that's probably what it was. In the middle of a food transition. And trying to get stuff. And this is way too many villages. 43 villagers trying to do something over here is pretty wild. And that just comes from the timing pressure of us pushing. This is wild. I don't know what this is. And this is why he let me attack this for so long. There was a time I was attacking this, I was like, man, when is he going to do something? And I didn't realize that what he was doing was just biding time. And his non-presence is really didn't push me to do anything to go push into these guys. So a good heads up on his part. And we still double market. So kind of disappointing, but we are also setting up our own food transition. We have relics starting to trickle in, and yeah, we're getting our pasture set up, and his food transition has been shut down. So now all of a sudden you look at food per minute, he's just in the pits. And because he's in the pits, he's got to go back onto wood. He's out of position. And yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he didn't just cancel and like rebuild a bunch of stuff over here. Because just because your food transition has been denied doesn't mean you can stop doing your food transition. Like, you still kind of need to do it. Yeah, nobody on food. This is huge, right? Absolutely huge. So, not a big deal, but a little bit of damage, right? Kiting, and it's just getting a little bit of damage. It just kind of adds up bit by bit. And we're searching for the raids over here. And did we go up to more markets yet? Nothing. Nothing. Disappointing, but it is what it is. We found out he's walled, and not the best. Again, at this point, we're happy just to keep this fight on this side. And we have our next wave of cav over here on his granaries. Which is, again, big timing, right? Big timing. He's still suffering for food. No villagers on food, and he's just being denied. And behind the scenes, we're just going to go in on his back wood line here. A couple villagers, not tons, but something. Keshik's glitching out. I don't know what that Keshik's doing. What? Oh my god, but okay. Army gets cleaned up. He's setting up here, and yeah, we're chilling. We're in a good spot here. There's not much to worry about. Army value has shot up to 4K now. And that's because he just doesn't have the food. He's just getting off food again. So this has been a huge pause in food. So yeah, at this point, game's over. I would say 100%. I think army value is too big. Eco is too far off. Even though we have the same eco, I think that the space that I've had to grow my eco while he's kind of restabilizing is a pretty big deal. Because I can do this, right? I can harass, I can, you know, affect it before it really starts getting off again. Yeah. Oh, and then over here we decided to push into his wood line. Yeah, army value, huge difference. And yeah, it's basically just comes down to eco. So for all that's said and done, like he had one fight, and he took one bad fight and didn't really do a good transition behind it, and went super greedy behind a bad fight. One thing is to go greedy behind a good fight, but to go greedy behind a bad fight, not great. We're gonna lose 6 villagers here, I think. Yeah, not a big deal. At this point, even though he's still doing a good job killing villagers, he's killed 20 of them. He's in a pretty rough situation himself because he's starting to lose a bunch of villagers too, right? All of these granaries exposed. Up here is exposed. Yeah, and he's just start picking off villagers here, right? What's he gonna do here? And another army running in. We do react to this raid, and then I think because of this raid, we finally decided to up our market production here. Okay, he cleans up a raid, but again, at what cost, right? A lot of idle time. And he accidentally ungarrisons these gold villagers, which is pretty big. A little bit of extra damage that could have been trickling in, picking off units, things like this, veteran horsemen or whatever. No, we're just reacting to his army. So, yeah, this is over at this point, so he already knows what happens here. Did we go up to markets more? We finally went up to 3 markets, thank God. But yeah, easy enough, right? Just basically a move. So, yeah, I'm not sure why our buddy was so salty, but if you dive under an opponent's base with a bunch of Zuganir and stuff and a couple of spearmen, expect, you know, a transition. Or if you have to if you transition to a fast castle and like a second TC, fine. But he needs to play a lot more conservatively, right? You can't just like do your granny transition out here in the open on the side without any like map awareness or anything like that. So, anywho, probably wasn't really necessary to watch that rerun, but I guess I really wanted to see where the big mistakes of his were. So, and kind of where our good transitions were too, because we did have some good transitions. So. Anywho, really long video, way longer than I wanted it to be. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.